Judge Andrew Napolitano is with us to talk about everything, Fani, that happened yesterday. Willis and Wade on the stand in Fulton County, Georgia. Judge, just your top-line reactions to what we saw play out yesterday.
It's very, very unusual to see the prosecutor on the stand defensive like that. The last time I can remember this happening, which is the only other time I know of in the modern era, was the Duke rape case, where the prosecutor was put on the stand, was beaten up so severely, verbally beaten up, that the judge dismissed the charges against the defendants. That is not the case here. This goes to personal misbehavior, not to corruption of the case. So one way to look at this is, okay, two lawyers had sex with each other. How long has that been going on? For 3,000 years. Another way to look at it is their personal relationship impairing their ability to make clear judgment in the case? And if so, is the state, the client here is the state of Georgia, is the state entitled to lawyers who can make clear judgment, who are not involved in a relationship with each other? That's what this judge has to decide. But whichever way the judge goes, I don't think it's going to affect the charges against the former president. I happen to think those charges are very weak and highly inappropriate, these RICO charges. But I don't think that whatever he finds about Fani Willis and Nathan Wade, it's going to interfere with those charges.
Now, I want to ask you about the judge. You're a judge. You watched this yesterday. We were both talking about this. He looked uncomfortable a lot of the times that the camera was on him. I was also confused at why he didn't come right out and say, she's a hostile witness. She was acting very hostile.
You know, when there's no jury there, judges, and when everybody knows everybody, you know, he's been a judge for 8 months. So 8 months ago, he was trying cases against her team.
And she's the district attorney, which creates an odd angle as well.
It does. But where there is no jury involved, and where everybody knows everybody outside of that courtroom setting, you have a tendency to relax the rules a little bit and let people say whatever they want just to get it out. It was not a model of courtroom decorum, but it was within the discretion of the judge. I mean, there were times when, forgive me, he was asking questions like this. You would look at the top of his head instead of his face. He's not ready for television. You know, when there are television cameras in there, look at the camera,
Judge
Your Honor.
Napolitano, he's always ready for the camera. And it's important to remember, so it's not illegal to have an affair. It's not illegal to run around. You know, sadly, this happens sometimes, but it is a conflict of interest if you're a lawyer and you hire an inexperienced, unqualified person who's also your boyfriend to serve as special prosecutor to go after a former president and then pay him more than anyone else and then take at least 5 vacations, Judge, to 7 different locations, including Napa Valley, California.
If this was a scheme to get funds from the state to pay her for a vacation, then she has a very serious problem. Then she has a federal problem. On the other hand, if she did reimburse him, if it was just 2 lovers not thinking clearly, I don't think it's a crime.
Can I play you the soundbite? They went to Napa Valley, but Fani doesn't like wine, apparently. She's a vodka drinker. She told everyone yesterday. Take a look.
Do we have it?
Well, there's vodka in
She's a vodka drinker. I know she said this. We have it. We have it. The soundbite was when it got to this point during the testimony yesterday.
It was ridiculous.
I was stunned. Do we have it, guys?
He likes wine. I don't really like wine, to be honest with you. I like Grey Goose. I bought him a bottle of wine while we were there.
All right, so
So
Judge,
that's another sign, if I may, of the judge's inexperience.
Right.
You know, you can only let people go so far because it's costly to have everybody in the courtroom. Let's not waste time. Who cares what she drinks?
She wastes a lot of time.
Get to whether or not her judgment was impaired, and the people of the state of Georgia, her client, suffered as a result of that impairment.
Judge, 15 seconds. Did they perjure themselves yesterday? Are they taken off the case? And then the farthest reached, could they be in disbarment territory?
I don't think they perjured themselves. I don't think they'll be taken off the case, but I do think they should resign from the case if they really believe in it.
Why don't you think they're taken off the case?
I don't think they did anything that's worthy of removing them from the case. I don't think the defendant proved it yesterday, but I do think that they should resign voluntarily from the case.
All right.
All right.
Judge Andrew Napolitano joining us this morning. Great to have you.
Where's that camera so I can look at it?
We have cameras all over the place, Judge. Look wherever you want. Okay, it's good to see you again, my friend.
Pleasure,
Thank you.
Guys.